Hey, Rick, how you
What's up?
doing?
Good. How are you?
Welcome to All About the Joy. Okay, so first of all, I just noticed that everything has changed on here because did something change on your restream on your side?
Mm-mm.
Okay, usually, I have the chat up, but I don't see the chat on the,
On the side.
you know how we have the chat on the side?
Yeah.
I don't see that at all,
Huh.
which in a way is a blessing. I'll just leave that alone. I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? So, how are you doing?
Doing all right. Just got mom to bed, and yeah, so we're all settled here.
Yeah. Yeah. So I did invite a couple people. I'm not sure they're gonna come, but if they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. We're just hanging out on the street and just doing our thing. I have to tell you, the private lounge is
Mm,
unbelievably the highest listened to podcast.
really?
I know it's so weird. And also I think in like the past 4 days it has a lot of views a lot of views for me, not for anybody else on YouTube, you know what I mean?
Maybe it's that word private. Sounds
I know,
mysterious, and people got to check it
so
out.
I
Ooh,
know.
private. I gotta
Well,
know.
I know, right? I think it's that and it Hey, how are you,
You
Melanie?
don't see me. See, I knew something was weird going on. You can't
What?
see me?
Can you hear
Seriously?
him? Oh, that is so weird.
What is happening today? Hey,
Hi,
Cynthia.
Cynthia. Cynthia, can you see me and Rick?
I'm here. I promise.
Wait, can you hear him? Wait,
What is happening? You
you
can't see me
can't see
either?
Rick.
What in the world? But what about hearing? Can you hear us?
They can
Bonjour.
hear you. Bonjour. Hi, Carmen, Rick, wherever you are.
Should I reboot or restart? Let me
That
restart the
is
browser.
well, okay, wait. You know what's so weird? I didn't see you at all before. Why don't
Yeah.
you um go out? We can
Oh,
only
wait. He said we can only hear Rick?
they
Oh, you
can
mean
only they
as
can
opposed
only
to see
hear you.
me.
They
Okay.
can't see you. Okay, wait, let me see if I
Oh,
click you
Nursey's
off.
here. She says she sees me.
Nursey
There he
can
is.
see
Now
you.
I'm here. What is
Wait,
happening?
what? It's
This is
awesome.
so weird.
We've done nothing. We've
I'm
done
good. Thank you.
nothing.
That's so weird. Ash Paul, what's up?
Hey, Ash, how are you? Hey,
That is
guys,
so
he's
weird.
showing. Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? When we first logged on, so usually we're on like 10, 15 minutes beforehand, right? Just to make sure. But I was like, oh, Rick must be running late or something and whatever. And then he texts me and he's like, Carmen, I'm here. A magic show, Melanie. We're gonna disappear and come back on as we go. The ghost in the machine. I love it. This is kind of funny.
It is
Um,
funny. Good
but
way to start
anyway,
the
long
show.
story short, he had to text me because I couldn't see him. And as I texted him, he said he'd been here for 10 minutes. So something's going on. Something's
Yeah.
going on.
Ghosts.
Yeah, how cool is that? That is so
Too funny.
wild. Oh my God. Okay, well,
Too funny.
so people let me know if wait, did I miss Nursey? Hey Nursey.
Yeah.
You know what? I said it, but I didn't acknowledge. You know what I mean? Hey Ash. Hey, Mr. Dawson. I love when you come by. Cynthia, as always. I just want to make sure I say hi to everyone. I said hi to Melanie. Did I miss anyone?
I think you got
I hope
everybody.
not. You guys are so great for stopping by. I appreciate you. So, what were we talking about beforehand before we realized you weren't? Oh, wait. I have a thing up here that says hide. All of a sudden, something. Hey, Alma,
Hey,
how are
Alma.
you?
It
Okay, can
just
everyone
popped up.
see Rick right now? Because now hi, Benita. Oh, I missed Benita. Benita, I'm so sorry. Hi, Benita. I knew I missed somebody. I apologize.
Hey, Benita.
Hey, Benita. Um, okay,
Something
just
said
one more
hide?
time. Can everyone say hi to Rick? Thank you. Okay. You can see him. There's something that just flashed up and said hide, and I didn't touch it.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah.
That's so weird.
So I guess if I don't want you on the show, I just have to wish you away or so. I don't
Fine.
know. It's so weird. Oh my goodness. Now I wonder if Benita said that's okay. Don't watch very much, but thought I'd check it out. No, Benita. You know what? Usually we have a scroll that's on the side so I can see everybody that's in the room. And for some reason, also that has disappeared. So something's happening with I don't know, my restream, but at least
Glitches
we're
in the
not
matrix.
glitching. Like you can hear me, you can see him. Like it feels like everything's okay. So I appreciate you all. So what we were talking about Elmo, right? Is that what we were talking about
Yeah,
beforehand?
yeah. You just told me about. It. I didn't even know. Yeah.
You didn't even know about that, right? So for those of you who don't know, I'm gonna try to attempt. Thank you. Wait, it's this way.
Oh,
All
I didn't
about
even
the
notice it. Oh, I feel
my
like a dummy.
sweatshirt. They're not available yet, but they will be soon. This is one of the ones I bought. I don't like it because it's a little bit cheapy and I want it to be a better quality for people to buy. So as soon as we find the right place, I will make them available. And at least half of the money will be going to a charity. So that's the whole kind of thing I'm trying to do. But thank you for noticing, Cynthia. And Rick has been asking me to get a hat, like a baseball cap for the longest time, which I really appreciate that.
Yes, I got a lot
He
of
wants
hats.
that. Yeah, you have a whole bunch of them, but I love that. You know what I mean? I'm working on the shirts. Here's the thing. I don't want to charge the amount of money they're charging for these sweatshirts and then you wash them once and it's
Mm.
already like going away. You know what I mean? Like this is already, I washed it. I bought everything I had put up on the store, and Rick knows I was so disappointed in the quality of everything. So I have t-shirts and whatever, but we're going to find the right place at a good price so that it's something quality. You know what I mean? But it just gave me a couple months because I'm working on it. But thank you for noticing. It is kind of cool, right? It is a cool shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Elmo. So for those of you who don't know what happened, Elmo from Sesame Street said a very simple thing. Now I'm going to try to put this up here on Twitter. I guess it's not called Twitter, right? Oh no, that's the
Can
wrong
I
thing.
tell you what I picture in my mind? You
Oh,
ready?
when I told you, when I
You,
sent you
re-
the
you
text,
ready? Get ready. You ready?
I'm
Hi,
scared.
my name is Elmo.
No, no. Why are you doing that? You're so
That's
mean.
what I just read really quick.
Right, because you were asking me what we were going to talk about today, because usually I have a little agenda, but today I was running late and blah blah blah. So I don't know, how do I share my screen? You think I would know how to do this by now?
The middle. Well, I don't know if it's the middle for you. The square with the arrow in the middle.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, you know what? Now it's like it's the entire screen, but I have to put down my screen. Is that it? In order for you to see it?
Um,
I don't know.
I
Okay,
wish you
hit
could do it. I
that.
wish you could do a tab though. Is it on a browser tab?
I mean, I guess I could do the 5 minutes that was on CNN. That was actually pretty good because Jake Tapper looks all annoyed at the person that's with with Elmo. I could probably do that one. Let me see if I can do that quick. Let me find it first.
But also, not gonna lie, a part of me said, "This is the big news story of the day." Really?
Oh, come on. Are you serious? Are you
Oh my
being it
gosh.
wasn't the news. Okay, you know what? Let me just tell everyone what it is, because I actually think it's an important thing. And the fact that you just dissed it like that, I actually think it was quite
No.
telling.
Yeah. No. I mean, it was disappointing that somebody's choking a childhood character
Oh
that
no,
people
no, no,
love.
no. You know what? You saw the wrong thing. You're talking
Okay.
about Larry David. That was a bad joke on his.
Oh.
No, 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 no. Rick,
Okay. Fill
you
me
saw
in
the
then.
wrong thing. No, no, no,
Okay.
no, no.
Fill me in.
Leave the
Fill me in.
Larry David thing out of it. That was a small microcosm. Okay. The reason why not Twitter, the reason why Elmo was on Good Morning America, because that's what you watched.
I think so. Yeah. I didn't
Yeah.
even watch it. I just read an article.
No, 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 no. Okay, wrong thing. Let me just see if I can pull this up here. Add source. How
No,
do
add sources like if you want to add a camera, and that's not what you want.
Oh, okay. So then I say share screen, and then
Yeah.
I do, it's not a tab, it's a window.
Yeah, it's like a
It's
separate
it
video.
no, no, it's not a video. It's just it's the Twitter, it's just a Twitter picture of what he
Mhm.
wrote.
Okay, but you have it on a tab in your browser open already somewhere?
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna get the video, since clearly we're gonna have to do the video with Jake Tapper.
Unless you
And
want to
it's
send me a link and I'll do it.
Well, let me get it and then I'll have you do it. Jake Tapper. Let me find it first. It was actually, this is a little bit long, but it was so funny because I was just watching it with Jake Tapper and he just seemed so annoyed at the woman who was.
Hey, Tony. Tony's at dinner. Just wanted to say hi. Thank you for
Oh,
coming.
hey, Tony. How are you? Thank you for stopping by. I know it looks like I'm not paying attention to you, but I am. I'm just trying to find, can you guys hear what I'm doing right now? No.
Mm-mm.
I think people are very fascinated by the fact that I still don't know how to do all this. And you know what's so funny is I have it on my YouTube to share, but I don't know how to find it. Because you know what it is? Because we have so many glitches all the time, I'm not on my account, right? I'm on the, what do you Macaulay? You have no idea what I'm talking about.
Like a professional account?
I'm on the private screen thing because we always have all these issues. So it's okay. It's fine. All right. I'm just going to tell you what he said. Okay. I'm just going to tell you what he said. So on Twitter, or what it's called now, what's it called?
People still say Twitter. It's fine.
Okay, Twitter. So on Twitter, Elmo posted on January 29th. He just posted, Elmo is just checking in. How is everybody doing? Okay. That's all he did. And it got 204 million views and responses.
Wow.
Oh, and people were just drama dumping on him. So they were just not to him. They were like, we're having a bad Monday. It's a horrible day. Or I hate getting up in the morning. And it just went on and on and on. And it became like a huge big deal because it's basically, we're not okay. Do you know what I mean? Like
right.
it went viral and it's Elmo from Sesame Street. And so yes.
So this is an actual Elmo account. Like
Elmo
it's
come
Elmo,
from
his
Sesame
picture and
Street.
everything.
It's Elmo from Sesame
Is
Street.
it an official account of Elmo?
Yes.
For real, for real.
All the Sesame Street characters have official accounts from Sesame Street.
I didn't know that.
Well, you know, Wendy's does, McDonald's, all of them do. It's all branding, right?
Yeah, I didn't know each character had their own page, though.
Yeah, they do. So, and that's another page I have that I would show you if I could. But
you send me a link, I'll show it if you want.
It's not a link. I took a picture. Oh, can I put it in the? Can I put it in the private chat? No.
A picture, I don't know.
The picture, and then you
could
email
it to me.
I could do that. Okay, so because let me.
Yes, Ash said, sounds like people need to open up to their loved ones and support systems. Yeah.
The great thing that happened, you want me to, I'm going to keep talking to you. Let's see if I can handle.
Multitask.
I am not a but I'm not a multitasker. I know this. You know what I mean? I tell this to people all the time. Okay, let me just do Rick.
Mario said the trauma dumping was insane. Sesame Street had to post a link for mental health help if needed. Wow.
And it got even deeper than that. Okay, let me send you this. There's one. I'm sending you. Wrong one. I'm actually proud of myself because I'm over here multitasking. Okay, I know you guys are not impressed. I'm sending you 2 of them. So I just emailed you.
All right.
Okay, so the second picture I sent you was Sesame Street then had all the other characters support Elmo by retweeting support to them. And somebody wrote, and I wish I had tagged their name, somebody made a collage of this that you're going to see. And they were like, man, Sesame Street had to bring out the Sesame Street Avengers down the trauma. And they did this picture of all of the tweets from Elmo. Oh, thank you, Ash. You're multitasking like a boss. I don't know, like a boss, but the trauma dumping was insane. Sesame Street had to post a link for mental health help if needed. Yeah, and then what Elmo did was Elmo and his marketing people or whatever at Sesame Street went to Good Morning America, went to all of the, because they realized this was a much bigger deal. You know what I mean? They realized this was not something, he was just asking an innocent question. How's everyone doing? And it became, so they're doing what Sesame Street always does, is help other people. Nurse just said, I'm multitasking right now at computer, filling out some SD county paperwork. Oh, I'm sorry, but thank you for listening to us.
I got the pics, by the way.
You got it what?
I got the pictures. So it's all set
Oh,
whenever
okay.
you're ready.
Can you put up the first one, which is him?
The mostly white one?
Yeah, his tweet. His
Oh,
tweet
okay.
is just so that everybody can kind of see that.
You just have to click
it. Yeah, I have to click it. Yeah, so this is what he wrote. Oh, I cut it off, but look at 202 million views.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Elmo is just checking in. How is everybody doing? And this was on a Monday at 7:46 a.m. And people just, I mean, if you look at it's just incredible. Now put up the other one, which is Elmo's reply. Let me know when I'll see it right there. Yeah. So Elmo's reply is the bigger one on the left. And I can't read it from there.
Let me see if I can read it. Wow, Elmo is. Oh wait.
Wow, Elmo was glad he asked. Elmo learned that it's important to ask a friend how they're doing. Elmo
okay, we can't understand what you're saying, though. We can't. Now read it regularly.
Well, wow, Elmo is glad he asked. Elmo learned that it's important to ask a friend how they're doing. Elmo will check in again soon, friends. Elmo loves you. # emotional well-being.
Yeah. And then all the other tweets around him, which this person, which I wish I had also put their name up, because I thought that was funny. They called them, that Sesame Street had to get the Avengers out, which is basically like Mr. Snuffleupagus, who was my favorite character, by the way. Grouch, right? What's his name? Ernie
Grover,
and Bert.
Oscar the Grouch, Ernie, Bert. Yeah.
So, and they came out to support their friend. But here's really what I want to talk about. We can take this off now. You can Google it and, learn more about it or whatever. But what was really interesting was kind of something I was going to talk about before I noticed all this. Oh, Ash loves Oscar. That's so funny. I went to Whole Foods last night. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was at Whole Foods and there was a man in the parking lot. So in order to get to the Whole Foods in my area, you park downstairs, you get into an elevator and you go up one floor. Okay. And that's where the Whole Foods is. And there was a gentleman working who was getting all the carts from the parking lot and putting them in. So, it's like a big deal, right? Whatever. So I get in with him and he's just talking to me because I'm wearing a baseball cap. I'm wearing my Red Sox baseball cap. And here in LA, that's always a thing to make people talk to you. Don't wear the hat if you don't want somebody to say something about the Dodgers. You know what I mean? But he was like, I love the Celtics. I love the Red Sox. Do you like the Bruins? He was just asking me every question about Boston sports. And I was like, oh, when you grew up in Boston, I was kind of being funny, but it's kind of true. You have to support every sports, whether you watch it or not, doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Right.
We were having this conversation. Again, it's one floor. I'm going to say maybe maximum 1 minute from walking into the elevator and then going up to the next floor. The people who were so annoyed by him taking a few seconds to talk to me and say like, well, you got to watch hockey, blah, 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 and trying to get his card out. There were three of them. It was palpable how angry, it's kind of all of us, I think. And this is what this Elmo thing is about. Like, we're just so frustrated and angry about the stupidest things.
Yeah.
Like one woman was like, oh, excuse me. It was like,
gosh.
It's like, have a good day. I really was shocked at, it's the nastiness. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's the bitterness. And I see this at work too. I'm done with people at work. I am so done. I'm done. I don't know how it is for you, but do you feel this? I know you work remotely, but do you get this sense too of what's happening with Elmo and on Twitter? Do you see it in your real life at all? Do you experience this at all?
I mean, the people I work with seem more frustrated than normal lately, seems like. So, yeah. But I mean, as far as the elevator, y'all got some better suggestion for me to do than talk to somebody? Like, do you want me to dance? What do you want me to do?
But you know what? I think it's just people are just frustrated. So we don't have any patience. And listen, if I'm saying that, if I'm acknowledging that people don't have patience, that we have a problem, because I know I have no patience at all.
Hmm.
Now, here's the other part of this that I didn't say at the beginning for a reason. Ash just said, wow, too much of a rush and not enjoying the moment. Yeah. And it's going to get worse when I tell you this part. He was also, and I'm not sure what the right word is, so my apologies, but he was, I want to say, challenged,
Okay.
maybe disabled. I'm not sure what the right word is. Very nice gentleman, working, doing his thing, and he was just so happy to talk about sports. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I think that's also, I mean, it doesn't matter, but that makes it even worse to me.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and then I saw one of the women in the Whole Foods, and I'm not going to go say something to her because that would be stupid. But she was still in a space of, it was palpable, the
Mm.
anger.
Wow.
So a little patience would have been appreciated more so, of course. Oh, on the
Ah.
spectrum is the right word. Thank you. Thank you, Mario. Yeah. But isn't that more of a diagnosis? Isn't
Plus,
saying on the
that's
spectrum?
that's
I
kind of
don't know.
vague too, though. Spectrum of what? Like that doesn't really
I don't
describe.
know. But I'm trying to be gentle because he lovely man. So if he was on the spectrum, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether he was or was not, which is why I didn't want to
Right.
say it to begin with. But to me, that made it even worse because
Definitely.
he was just lovely and kind, and there was nothing like you're going to the grocery store. I
Hmm.
don't know how much of a rush you need to be in, but I think it goes back to the Elmo thing. We're all in this weird space. And can I tell you what I think it is? I know people are
Please
not going to like this. I know
go
people aren't
ahead.
going to like this.
I'm
I
sitting
know.
down. I'm ready.
Sitting down. Okay. So there's been all these articles about companies forcing people to go back to work. I don't know if you've
Mm.
seen this, but since COVID, a lot of companies are forcing their people to go back to work, and they're giving them ultimatums. Like, if you don't go into the office like for 3 days or something, you may lose your job or your income or whatever. I don't know if they're saying it that way, but I've read a
Mm.
lot of articles. Asher said yes, and it obviously isn't working if we are unloading on a
Not the
puppet.
puppet.
You
Exactly.
know what, though? It was interesting. They were saying the reason why people unloaded on Elmo is because we all grew up with Sesame Street. So there's a friend in it. Like, all the therapists came out, but, sometimes they're right on point.
Mm.
I mean, why did everyone unload on Elmo? It's because they probably felt comfortable to do so. And some of it was snarky, but a lot of it was for real. And that's what I think scared people reading it.
I wonder if Mr. Rogers was alive and he said, "Hello, neighbor. How are you?" If it would have been the same thing.
I think if Mr. Rogers was alive today, I hate to say this, people would not be kind to him.
Mm.
And some people would accuse him of things that are not true. Cynthia, yes, it's a safe space.
Mhm.
Yes. Ash said, I'd feel bad because he represents a child. Yeah, he's 3.5 years old. He's having a birthday this Saturday. So I learned a lot about Elmo today. Oops, let me just, my speaker just fell.
And could it also be a safe place or space because there's no judgment? You don't feel like Elmo's going to judge you at all.
Oops. You know what I'm wondering? Let me just double check something. Because what if other people are saying they're on here and I can't see them? Okay, no. I invited
I
just
see all the. I still see all the everything normal, so everything looks good on my end.
yeah, and you can see me okay?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm having issues today. I'm having issues. Sorry, excuse me. I
Nursey
just
said yes. It begins with a P for Mr. Rogers, and Nash said that's a good point, Rick.
what's a P? What?
P.
What do you mean? Wait, yes, it begins with a P for Mr. Rogers. What does that mean?
Oh, okay. I have a guess, but it's not a nice thing.
Oh no, no. She's saying if he was alive today, they would be calling him a pervert. Is that what we're talking about?
Or another word that starts
Oh,
with a P.
okay, I don't know what word you guys are talking about. I'm just
You don't want
saying
to know.
because anybody who's a good and decent human being, for some, like, I'm going to bring up Tom Hanks. People have tried to trash his name to death or whatever, just because we're in this crazy place. P for the first letter of what they'd call him.
Mm-hmm. An adult who likes children too much. Get it?
Oh, pedophile. Why are you guys being, is that a bad word? I don't, why are you making me freaking guess? You're annoying me. It's so
Pedacto?
funny. I'm like, what?
Pedacto.
We can't swear? What? What? But because he's not around, we hold him up to esteem and everybody loves him, right? You know
Oh,
what I mean?
Predator. Oh, okay.
Predator. He was a great
Neil
person.
Greenberg. Hello.
Hi, Neil. Pe-
Did they say
Pederast?
Predator? Did they say Predator? I think she was trying to say
Pederast?
Predator.
Okay, let's stop talking about Mr. Rogers this way. That's not, Mr. Rogers was an amazing person. I'm just saying we are not in a good place as people because anytime someone good does come around, we do this to them. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I really think a big problem, and people are not going to like this, is that hello, Neil, we are not good at socializing anymore. And COVID gave us an excuse
Mm-hmm.
to work from home, to be with our families, to do whatever. And there are good points to that. But we are now so isolated that we really, and social media doesn't help, right? Social media has helped us supposedly be able to communicate more with people all over the world. But I don't think we know how to interact with each other anymore. That's just my feeling. So we have no patience. We have no grace. We have no compassion. We have no ability. We don't have manners. Go ahead. Tell me what you think, Rick.
Well, it's funny that you bring up isolation because actually he was talking about that on my broadcast today that it's okay once in a while if you want alone time because God knows I'm an introvert and I don't mind having some alone time. But then there comes a point where like, okay, you need to be around people sometimes because you kind of will lose it a little bit. But isolation, too much isolation is not good. It leads to depression. You gotta be around people sometimes, you know?
Well, you know what? I'm going to say it's even more than that. I don't think we have to be around people sometimes. I think we need to be around people. I think whether you do it like this because you're having these real interactions and, remote gives us this ability. I think what's happening to us as a society where we're becoming, so separated, it's also we're not able to interact with people because we're not doing it all the time,
Mm.
Neil just said social media anonymity gives people cover. Absolutely on point.
Keyboard warriors, that's what they call them.
What? Say that a
Keyboard
keyboard.
warriors because they're hiding behind a keyboard. You don't know who I really am, so I can say whatever I want.
But you say whatever you want, but you're making yourself negative and nasty or whatever, right? And Ash just said isolation to recharge is healthy, but we are social creatures. Actually, look at it's. I'm going to change that word isolation because I think what we mean is kind of just having some quiet time, right? Having the ability to be by yourself, but we've gone the other extreme. And people get mad at me all the time. I am not a fan of remote work. And I'll tell you why. It's not because I don't think everyone can work from home remotely. It is a skill that you need. You need to be able to work from home, and not everybody has that skill set.
Right.
And part of it is the socialization. So people get all mad at me. And I'm not saying that people need to be traveling to work every day and 2 hours. And I get why working from home works. I've been doing it since 2008. But I go to my clients every week. I am out of my house every day. I meet with teams every day, different places. You know what I mean? But I'm out of my house. I'm interacting all the time with people. So, what did Ash say? Yes, totally agree. We have. Go ahead, Rick. I'm sorry.
No. No, she says working from home takes discipline. It takes discipline and the ability to focus and not be distracted by what's going on at home. Like if you have kids at home, or in my case, your dementia mom at home, you got to be able to focus and still do what you got to do, even if you do have to do other things,
But
But
you also have to have social skills to talk to people. And I
mhm.
think, going back to what Ash said about isolation, that's what ends up happening. And, we can go back to that whole idea of when people, like Haps is a great example. Like when you can, kind of what Neil said, when you can kind of have that anonymity and then you're not dealing with people and you can find the worst parts of you to kind of, I don't know, not scare people, but like, make everything chaos, make it about yourself, be angry all the time. And you're doing that. What did you call it? Keyboard worrying
Keyboard
thing?
warriors, yeah.
I mean, you're just we're just creating, and it's so funny. We keep blaming like Gen Z, and I actually think the problem is more on Gen X's fault right now. That's just
Mm,
me. Gen X and boomers who are, running these companies and not understanding that there's a duality in what's happening. Yes, we need people in the office, but there are benefits to people being at home with their families. There's got to be a, a way in which we can do both. And I think the other thing is too, we don't take the bus anymore. I said this, like, as a kid, I used to have to go take the bus every day and interact with people on the bus.
mm,
We don't hang out at the bowling alley or at the arcade games, or you know what I mean? We don't do those things. That kids don't hang out with each other on the street and do kind of this thing, just chit-chatting. We don't do
yeah.
that anymore.
Yeah, there's a joke like with kids. They're like, parents, stop playing videos, go play outside. They're like, what's that mean? They don't even know what it means.
Yeah, well, because they've gone the other extreme, right? So being on your gaming thing or being on your social media thing is what we used to do, hanging out outside.
Hmm.
Because a lot of parents would be like, oh, but it's so scary to be outside, right? Because there's all this thing about kids being abducted or whatever whatever the reason is, that we've gone like the pendulum has gone the complete other way.
Yeah.
So I think it's a weird thing. The Elmo thing shocked me, not because it was Elmo, but because, my God, people really do need to talk to people.
Yeah.
And one of the sad things I heard about today I was watching it on, I don't even know what it was. I think it was on MSNBC. They had one of the therapists. And so I sneaked out of where I was and I was just sitting in the trailer listening to it. And one of the therapists said, you know what? It's not good enough to just tell people that if you need help, go ask for help, because a lot of people will ask for help and they can't get it
Mm,
because there's not enough out there. There's not enough people. And then she went on to say, whether you don't have health insurance or you don't have the money to pay for a therapist, and all of these apps, not everyone has the technology to find somebody on an app. And it's also, not, you know what I mean? Like she said, what we have to do is we ourselves individually, all of us,
mhm,
need to do what Elmo did. And this is what was so cool, and ask people every day, hey, how are you doing?
mhm.
And let people know that we're there for them. And I was like,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's exactly it. We are all responsible for each other.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. We need to know somebody cares. You know.
Wait, what am I missing something in the chat? Yes, there's
Oh,
waiting list.
waiting
Oh,
lists,
waiting
probably to
list
see a
for,
therapist.
yeah, to see a therapist or to get mental health help or even groups. And so I think it falls on all of us. Okay. And then this is what happened when I saw the Elmo thing, when I have this little moment and I was like, oh my goodness, my show all about the joy actually is what we kind of need. Not to be patting myself on the back or anything, but I'm
Hmm.
just saying we really do need a place where people can just hang out and talk with each other
Hmm.
and not be miserable and try to
Right.
find joy in things.
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
just had a little moment. That's all today. I was like, oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah.
I am gonna get the shirts and stuff though, because I think it'd be fun. I wish I
Yeah.
could buy shirts and stuff for everybody and send everybody one.
Like Oprah, you get a shirt and you get a shirt. You get a shirt.
Not like Oprah, but I mean to my friends, you know what I mean? Like if I had that kind of money, like I want to get good quality ones. So, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to, it would be cool to get
Mhm.
because I think it is, I mean, maybe I'm just tooting my own horn, but I'm gonna take a minute. It just hit me so hard today, like, oh, this could be a really good thing to help people.
Mhm.
Thank you, Ash. I'm gonna get I have t-shirts too, but I didn't like how they came out. But I will.
Hey,
Hi,
Jerry.
Jerry. How are you? Um, Nursey says, I have a friend in New York and a friend in Chicago who send me a quick note every single day without fail asking me how I'm doing.
That's awesome.
See, I think that's really good. I think that's really good. Neil said, I'm trying to remember the other category they've added to DEI that I think relates to what you're describing. Um, Diversity, equity, and inclusion is what DEI stands for those of you who don't know. I don't know, Neil. That's a great question, and I would love to know if you do find out. I appreciate you bringing that up because now I'm curious. Carmen, I'm glad you mentioned this because it's important.
Yeah.
I can't believe who just came in the house.
Hey,
Oh,
Chris Gales.
That's from
hello, Mr. Gales. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I've been up under a Volvo for the past 3 days.
Oh boy.
What do you mean? I don't know what
You
that
fixing
means.
it up?
Yeah, my water pump went out. We had a big
Oh.
snowstorm a week before
Mhm.
last, I guess. And I had replaced the water pump with something that I can get hold of quick originally. But I went ahead and ordered one this time. I went ahead and ordered one from FCP Euro, and it took a while to get in. So I've been installing a water pump and
So I hate to ask this.
radiator.
We're talking about a car. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
okay. I'm like, I missed something there. I'm like,
Volvo. That's a car.
Volvo. Okay,
A
sorry.
Volvo.
No, I don't know.
Oh,
Colin Powell collected Volvos.
did he?
Colin Powell. Did you read his autobiography?
No, I have not.
Ooh, you would love it. I can send it to you. I have it. I loved Mr. Colin Powell.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Did you hear part of our conversation about Elmo? Did you see what happened on X today? It was on the 29th with
No.
Elmo.
Elmo?
Yeah, you
See,
always
he
do
did
that.
too.
I know. You guys always do that. It's so funny.
Elmo got new shoes.
I love Elmo, but he wasn't in the original Sesame Street, right? He came later.
No, yeah, he came later. He came much later. Hold on one second.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Happy that you stopped by.
The ones that I remember the most is Big Bird.
You can take the camera off on that. Yeah. Go ahead, Rick.
Bert and Ernie, Big Bird, Groucho. Groucho, is that the garbage guy?
No, Oscar
Oscar,
the
sorry.
Grouch.
Cookie Monster.
Mr. Snuffleupagus.
The Dracula guy that counts the numbers.
Mr. Snuffleupagus.
I'm on one. Huh?
Oh,
I'm
Chris,
on
we
one.
can hear you. Can I
We can
turn
still
him
hear you,
off?
bro.
I'm sorry.
Wait, can I? I don't think I can turn him off. Oh. Elmo.
You know, I think I
Elmo.
actually have one upstairs, a little one. Yeah.
My sister got this for me.
Oh, that is so cool.
With the
Many
guitar,
years
that's
ago.
Now,
awesome.
is that Ernie or no? That's Elmo.
It's Elmo.
Ernie.
Yeah,
Ernie
rock
is
with
what?
Elmo.
That's Elmo. That's Elmo, right?
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Jerry said no. Oh, Jerry was responding to me saying that Elmo wasn't one of the originals.
No, he
Nursey
wasn't.
said, make sure to tell Chris I said hi. That's Michelle Nursey.
Hello, how you doing?
Oh,
Bert and Ernie were the taxi and the police officer in It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh.
that's right.
They were based off of them?
Yeah, that's where the names came from.
Oh, that is so
Wow.
cool. Look at all of this that we're learning today about Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny that most people, no matter their ages, know Sesame Street? That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
We had 100 messages on the live stream today.
And
Oh,
also,
nice.
the Snuffleupagus, nobody saw Snuffleupagus for decades. Big
Right.
Bird was the only one to see him.
But then he came out, but that's why I liked Mr. Snuffleupagus.
Yeah, and now all
Because-
these ladies are walking around with
With the
Snuffleupagus eyelashes.
eyelashes. That's so funny.
I got a
Oh.
question.
Yeah.
question. Do you think the Muppets is like a higher age group or then it's got to be, right? Than Sesame Street?
I don't know if I was a fan of the Muppets.
Oh, I liked them. I did. like
Wasn't the Muppets just the movies? I don't
No.
know.
No, they had
No.
a show. They had a show.
Muppet was a television show, and yeah, it was to appeal to all ages.
Okay, but wait,
Mhm.
wasn't the Muppets with who was the frog?
Kermit.
His
Right.
name-
But he's not Sesame Street, is he? I don't
Yes.
remember. Okay, I don't
He's
remember.
considered Sesame Street? Kermit?
Yes, Kermit used to do the newscast on Sesame Street. Remember?
Oh, that's
Oh.
right. I
So he
think I
crossed
remember
over
that.
to the Muppet world.
Yeah, Kermit was Jim Henson's
And
baby.
Miss Piggy.
Miss
Oh,
Piggy.
yeah. She cracked me up. She was
Yeah.
funny.
That is so weird. But weren't the Muppets and Sesame Street connected somehow? I thought they were.
Jim Henson.
Jim Henson, right.
Yeah.
So I didn't like the two old guys, that whole concert old
Oh,
guy
in
thing.
the balcony.
Oh, those
I
guys
didn't
are
like all
hilarious.
that.
I
I
didn't
thought,
like
oh
it when
my,
I was really little, but then when I got older, I liked
Oh,
him a
it's
little bit
like,
more because I got
yes,
the sarcasm.
yes. I mean, if you think about it, that's great marketing ploy because the moms and dads are sitting there watching the old guys
right.
laughing hysterically when something hysterical for the kids just happened on stage. So you have the whole family laughing.
Right. Oh, Gonzo. Yes, I remember
Mhm.
Gonzo.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
right.
what's funny is when you think about the fact that Miss Piggy and Fozzie Bear is also Yoda.
Is also what?
Yoda from Star Wars.
Was the same voice, you mean?
Yeah.
Same
Oz,
actor
Really?
plays the voice?
Frank Oz did the acting
Oh,
for
I
him.
did not know
Wow, I
that.
didn't know that. You full of the trivia today, boy.
Ooh, look at
Wow.
Chris Gale's in the house.
Man.
Okay. Melanie
I watch Elmo.
Melanie said Grover and Snuffleupagus were my favorites. Yeah, I loved Grover because he always did that. Like he was always doing that. Walter, who's Walter?
Oh, is that the
and
two old guys?
Statler? Is
Is
that
that the
their
old
names?
guys? Is that it?
Waldorf
Yeah,
and
yeah. That's cool.
Statler. Wow.
They
Okay.
sound like old names.
And Ash said, I like the two old guys because they were grumpy. Wow. Um, yeah, no, I love that we're talking about. I love that we're talking
Oh, wait a
about
minute. What about the
movies.
cook that you can't even understand what he's saying? Oh, just couldn't understand nothing he said.
Do you think
Oh, my
more
God.
people now watch it because it's on HBO? I think HBO bought Sesame Street, right? Years ago. It's no longer on PBS. Look at you're all
Did
looking.
HBO or Disney?
I think it's HBO. I don't know. Rick, can you
Yeah.
Rick is able to Google without losing his cool, where I'd be like, how do I do this? You know?
Because I guess a year or two ago they had a reboot of the Muppets.
I get confused by the Muppets because I don't think I watched them that much.
Yeah.
I just remember, is that Tickle Me Elmo? Melanie wants to know, is yours a Tickle Me Elmo?
No, it's a rock and roll Elmo. It doesn't have any batteries in it, but it goes rock, rock, rock with Elmo. And his arm moves on the
Oh.
guitar, and yeah.
Oh, Dawson. I mean, and Mr. Dawson. Mario just said it's Disney Disney bought out Sesame
Yeah, I
Street.
got it. It says notably
Yeah.
in 2004, Disney acquired the Muppets from Jim Henson Company, consisting of much of the
Oh,
Muppets
where is
film.
Sesame Street? Where is
Hold
it?
on. It's
Go ahead,
coming.
go ahead.
Much of the Muppets film and television library. However, the acquisition did not include Sesame Street. Sesame Street ownership still falls under the Sesame Workshop, formerly the Children's Television Workshop.
Where does it air is what I'm asking. I think it's on HBO. Like if you want to
Okay.
watch Sesame Street, where can you watch it? Let's give them their due. I think it's on HBO. But maybe it's Disney.
Oh, here's just a link that says Sesame Street's move to HBO Explained. So yeah,
Yeah.
HBO. Yeah.
It did. It was HBO because Sesame Street to watch it is on HBO. I don't all that other stuff I didn't know about. But I remember that was a big deal because they were afraid that, PBS is free and that everybody could watch it, but moving to streaming. But I think more people have access to it now. And clearly I wish I had the link of what's his name? Jake Tapper on CNN interviewing Elmo during this because they're with the marketing person. I don't know why the marketing person was on there with them, but you could tell that Jake Tapper's kind of like, yeah, I don't want to talk to you. I just want to talk to Elmo. It's so funny because it's a whole enterprise, right? So they have the whole social media thing happening,
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool.
Another little, well, I guess it's not a little known fact, but I guess my knowledge of Sesame Street is so strong because Jim Henson is from Mississippi, and Kermit was born in Leland, Mississippi. In fact, there's a Jim Henson museum down
Oh,
there.
really?
Oh, wow.
Part of the Delta. So
I didn't know that. But Jim Henson was also a great man,
mhm.
wonderful man,
Yeah.
we were talking about Mr. Rogers earlier. And I think some of these wonderful people, I wonder what it would be like if they were here today. I'm kind of glad they're not, may they rest in peace. Because I think we're in a interesting place in, I don't know, just our country, but this world where we're just so angry.
Maybe it's because we lost those people.
Well, maybe because we haven't stepped up to be those better people, right? I mean, I don't want to put all that pressure on them, right? Like, um,
Well, they took that burden on themselves, like
mhm.
especially Mr. Rogers. Nobody messed with Mr. Rogers.
Mm-mm.
No, but that
I
was
think
a different time.
I
I
think
would disagree. I think they would mess with him now if he was around. I do.
I think Burger King was Burger King or Wendy's. One of them used a image of Mr. Rogers, or had someone do an impersonation of Mr. Rogers, and Mr. Rogers asked them politely, "Please don't do that," and they
Right.
stopped.
Right.
Mm.
Please don't do that.
Yeah,
But I just think about the people today that I think are good people, but because of social media, because we know way too much now about everybody's lives, right? We
Mhm.
didn't know that much about Mr. Rogers, except that he was Mr. Rogers. And until the documentary came out many years after his life, right? But
right.
I'm just saying, like, I think it's part of the world we're in now where we're always suspicious and we're always digging in. Like, no human being is without any fault or
Right.
turbulence or sadness or moments, right? We all are just human beings doing the best we can, you know.
Right.
Um, but we all have too much information now, so we like to harp on the negativity.
Right.
The trolls would definitely mess with Mr. Rogers today. They definitely would. And
Hmm.
look at, I wish I could think I was wrong. I think we can get to that better place, but
Mr. Rogers. I mean, I get chills my own sign just thinking of some of the things, but this one really struck me about Mr. Rogers, and that's a girl was concerned about his fish not being fed, so he made it a point to announce that he was feeding the fish. So because the little girl was blind,
oh right,
Oh.
this was in the documentary.
so he made a point
Yeah.
to say, "Hey, well, I'm feeding the fish."
Yeah, yeah.
Little
I mean,
things
he
like
was
that.
wonderful. He was wonderful like that.
Right.
I saw that in the documentary. I forget the name of it. What was the name of the documentary? Rick, have you seen that? You should see it.
No, no, I should.
No, I
Oh,
need
it's
to see
so
it.
good. It's lovely. Lovely.
Ash said, "True, we are nosy." And Nursey says, "Yeah, they will mess with Mr. Rogers." You know, on the nosy thing, because I've seen this with celebrities too. Like, let's say somebody's like a super duper uber fan of somebody, and they've seen all their works, no matter what it was. They've seen every little thing. You still don't know that
I don't
person,
know that
but
person.
they act like they do. But I know everything. But you don't know me. You don't know my favorite. This, that, and the other. Well, maybe some of them.
But we could use someone like I'll say Oprah, and people like, nah, Oprah. People get all upset because they know too much about Oprah. Whereas back in the day, you didn't have all this information instantaneously, right?
Mm.
So we could nitpick because you saw her on the red carpet, or because she lost weight, or because she gave people cars, or because she bought property in Hawaii and somehow her and The Rock are responsible for the volcano. Like it's just like, I mean, so that's what I'm saying is like, even when you try to do good because of social media and because humans, I'm going to change what Ash just said just a little bit, is I don't know if that we're nosy, but as humans, we're very inquisitive. We want
Mm.
to know more, right? That's why I don't care who you are. When you're driving down the street, you're in the highway or whatever, we all look at the accident.
Yeah.
Some of us will keep going because we know it's the right thing to do to keep going. But a lot of us do that. And it's not because we're bad human beings, but just like we're inquisitive to want to go to the moon or to learn more or to make more or to create, we also want to know more about each other. But the downside of that, especially with social media, is that unfortunately, we then degrade people for being just human and maybe making mistakes.
Mm.
Ash just said the puppets were creepy on Mr. Rogers. What are you talking about? They
I
were
like them.
amazing.
I thought they were
What?
cute.
Which puppet?
Lady Elaine used to, yeah, she looks like something from a horror movie.
I guess I don't
Lady-
remember
Yeah,
them.
Lady Elaine. That's yeah.
The ones in the castle or something?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember the king very distinctively, but the other ones are
yeah.
not too clean to remember.
Yes, people are too critical of celebs and put them on a pedestal to be perfect, but they're human too. You know what? I just said this to someone at work the other day. I said, stop putting our boss on a pedestal because, and Rick, you might know where this is from. I'm not doing it correctly, but if you put someone on a pedestal too high, you may not be ever able to reach them.
Mm.
You remember Guinan on Star Trek said that to
Oh yeah.
Will Wheaton, whatever Will Wheaton's character was. He said, if you put somebody on a pedestal too high, you'll never be able to reach them,
Mm-hmm.
Chris, are you a big Star Trek fan?
Yeah, Guinan, I believe she was a restaurateur or a owner back in the Old West days, I want to say.
Or you're
Oh,
saying
on the
the
show.
name? You're talking
And
about the name.
She had a
yeah,
bar.
yeah. And Gene Roddenberry gave that role to Whoopi and
Oh, bye,
explained
Nursey.
why. So, yeah. Yes, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, Star Trek fan.
Star
and
Trek.
Star Wars.
I'm not a Star Wars fan, so.
Yeah, I'm a bigger Star Trek fan than I am a Star Wars fan.
Really?
Especially
Wow.
now. Star Wars has gone Disney on me. I shouldn't say that because Disney might hire me.
We love Disney. No, you did
And
not
this-
say no. We're going to delete that. You did not
You
say
know what
that.
though? One of
Bye,
my
Nursey.
favorite
Bye, Nursey.
Bye, Nursey. One of my favorite Guinan moments is when Wesley's trying to get advice about how to not flirt or something, talk to
No,
a
it's
girl.
that episode.
Yeah, and Guinan and Riker are going back and forth, and then she's like, "Shut up, kid. Tell me again about my eyes." It's so
Right.
funny.
That's the same episode where
Yeah.
they go back and forth, and then she says that. She said,
Yeah.
"Don't put me up on a pedestal so high because you
Mhm.
may not be able to reach me."
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought that was a great line, like because we
Yeah.
do that. We do that with people, and then we can see no flaws.
Uh-huh.
We don't see them as human.
Oh,
And
that
then
was
the
part
minute
of the
they make one
flirtation.
mistake,
Yeah.
we hate them.
I got it now. Yep, it's part of the whole flirtation.
Picard, the television series Picard, it gave a little bit more background. The last was it the last? It was the next to the last season of the Picard series. Gave a little bit more background on Guinan also.
Mhm.
Yeah. Who was your favorite character on Star Trek? I had no idea. This whole show would be about just Star Trek had I known.
Sesame Street,
Geordi, of course.
Muppets.
I'm a
Oh,
Geordi
Geordi?
dude. You know,
Geordi.
you go from being Kunta Kinte being
Hey, to
ran
LeVar
down
Burton.
to keeping the Enterprise alive. You know,
Yeah, and the
That's-
Reading Rainbow, and he just does not stop. He is an
What-
amazing
yeah.
human being. He might be the closest we have to a Mr. Rogers in a lot of ways, actually.
Yeah, he was.
I mean,
he did the I believe the 50th Martin Luther King Awards here in Memphis.
he did.
He emceed the program here. I wish I could have met him.
He's not dead. You might still be able to.
Oh, I wish I could have met him when he was
Oh,
here.
that when he was
doing
here,
that.
right? When he was there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, he's still around. We love Geordi, LeVar Burton, and I don't think a lot of people know that he was in Roots. I mean, he was Roots, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people don't. A lot of people does
people
not know
should
that.
see
That's,
it's a series, right? Roots
Yeah.
is a series, a TV
multiple
series.
series. Yeah. There's a bunch.
I don't think I could ever watch that again. I watched that as a kid. I don't think I should have watched that as a kid.
I wasn't allowed to.
But when did you see it? Did you ever see it?
I saw it when I was actually in college. They ran it.
Yeah.
They ran it. TBS or one of them. They ran it, there, and I watched it then. But
Yeah, I never need to see that again. But it's one of those things you need to see. But when you see that and then realize he was Geordi on Star Trek, it's quite amazing. He's an amazing actor, human being.
I mean, that's what a resume. You know, hey, yeah, I was a slave, and then
Starship engineer,
great grandfather of Alex Haley, and
Oh my God.
and I just saved the universe.
And I just saved the universe, right. Mario just said they just did Finding Your Roots with LeVar Burton. Please watch. It's amazing. Ooh, I may have to watch that. Okay, that's good.
Charlie.
Oh my goodness. We have some of the best people in the house today. How you doing, Mr. Matera? I love him. And I love Chris too. I can't believe you came. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
How are you?
What I used to
You've been
wonder.
super busy.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna you go ahead. I was gonna ask him about his next.
I was going to say really fast. I always wondered how much could he actually see through the visor? Like, could he see? He had to be able to see some, right, to walk around and act.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
well,
that's just a prop. Oh, yeah.
late 80s, they had the little shades that were kind of similar to that, and you can see pretty
That's
good.
true. That's true.
Okay, Charlie, we'll have you up next week for sure. I mean, you can come by now if you want, but you're always welcome. I'll send you a link next week. He's so sweet. So that's just a prop, and they're not going to put him in danger. So I'm
Right.
sure he could fully see completely. You know what I mean? That's him acting, you thinking he is blind and can't see or whatever. He said that he wanted Reading Rainbow to be his legacy, then everything else.
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
love when people tell us what their legacy is going to be. You know, it doesn't work that way, right? Like it doesn't. And his legacy has to be more than just the Reading Rainbow. That's the Reading Rainbow is amazing, but again, roots. I'm just saying, life changing. You know.
Yes, that's Chris Scales. Hey, Darcy.
Hey, Darcy.
Well, Darcy, how are you doing?
Chris. So, Chris, I was going to ask you about your upcoming schedule and so just to be fair, so people know, Chris has always said he wants to come back on the show, whatever, but this has been going on for a long time. And I look at whenever, you know me, no pressure, whenever you can come on, whatever, but you have been so busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been working out to your music sometimes, and I don't work out at the same time all the time. So what's been going on?
Yeah, just been fortunate and working hard at it and trying to stay relevant, which is one of the biggest things for entertainers to do, stay relevant. I'm still not going to put any Taylor Swift in my set. That's just a hell no right there.
Wait, but why? What's your thing with Taylor Swift? Oh, come on. Yeah, it's not my music either, but
Nah, that's a scary situation there. It's almost like it's forced down our throats. But anyway,
oh, are you talking about football right now?
um,
Are you talking about football?
it's relevant to Taylor Swift. That too. You know, my thing is we're going to watch the Super Bowl next week. Taylor Swift is going to be there. You know what we're going to see during halftime? Taylor Swift dancing in the booth.
But you
to
know
the
what?
actual Super
She's
to the
actually,
actual
I don't
Super
think
Bowl
she's going to
halftime.
be there, right? She's in Japan or something. She's not going to be at I think they said she's not going to be at the Super Bowl.
What Japan's 17 hours ahead of us? What they say? There
I could
time
be
for us to
wrong.
fly in.
I don't know. But Darcy just said, long time no talk to Chris. Hope you're doing well.
I'm
Alma
doing
just
very well,
said,
Darcy.
I'm sorry?
I was telling Darcy I'm doing very well.
He is. He's doing really well. So well that he can't come visit, but I'm just going to be grateful that he's here right now. I'm going to take the blessing.
We'll take what we could get.
Yeah, Alma just said, but he said that that's what he wants the first line on his obituary to be, the reading Rainbow. Yeah, he can have that. I'm just saying it can't be his legacy. First line in his obituary is fine. And it is what I think of. But yeah, so what's coming up for you, Chris?
Go ahead.
No, I'm asking you. I'm sorry.
Tomorrow I'm at the Rum Boogie on Beale Street from 12 to 3. Then tomorrow night I'm at the Weston Beale Street from 6 to 9. Saturday, Rum Boogie 4 to 7. Sunday, the King Palace for their Sunday brunch from 11 to 3, and then the Rum Boogie again 3:30 to 6:30.
When do you rest?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, Wednesday I spend a lot of time with my dad. My dad goes live, and I just drive down there and hang out with him after.
Right.
I also do that Sunday after I get done on Bill. I'll drive down to my pop's house. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
You know what I really adore about you is that when you're on set, and I hope this doesn't offend you or whatever, but when you're on your stage doing your thing, you're not as calm and quiet and cool as you are right now. You know what I mean? Like I think that happens to everybody who gets on stage. There's a different Chris.
Kind of like Prince.
Kind of like. Oh, we have to
lean in and give that deep voice from that little man. You know, when he always had that deep voice that he'd throw in there from time to time.
Now I know you love Prince because you do Prince's songs on your show.
Yeah.
Okay. And I didn't realize it was Alma's birthday on Saturday, so I want to say happy birthday to Alma.
Happy birthday.
Happy early birthday.
Happy birthday.
Um,
My baby girl turned 19 yesterday too.
Oh, happy birthday to
happy
her.
birthday to your baby
Yeah.
girl. That's awesome. So what do you think it is though? Do you notice that you have a whole different presence when you're doing your show versus like right now we're all sexy, calm, and quiet? And
Yeah, people
did I
learn that.
just embarrassed him?
People learn that when they come to Bill Street and they want to come down there and party with Chris Gales. Well, Chris Gales packs his stuff up, chunks it in the back of his car from the doorway of the Rum Boogie,
And you go
head
home.
maybe stopping to get some catfish on the way home. Yeah.
That's so
Yeah, I
awesome.
just-
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's why I love interacting with you a bit because I feel like I'm getting to know the two sides of you. Although I'm not going to pretend that I know you like we all know all our celebrity friends. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's kind of cool because when we go back and forth on text messages or whatever, I'm like, he's so sweet and kind. And then when he's up on stage, he's all like with his guitar behind. He plays a guitar behind his head.
Have you seen me play it with my tongue yet?
Oh,
Okay, that I
no,
have not
really?
seen. What are you talking about? I have not
Okay.
seen you do that.
Next time you come in, I'll have to.
Wait a minute, you have not done that on a set that I watched you. Have you done that on?
You've missed it.
Okay, I don't know.
Wow.
That sounds a little weird, but I'm intrigued.
Why does it sound weird?
Playing with your tongue,
Yeah,
the guitar.
yeah.
I don't know if it's cool or weird. I'd have to see it. I'd have to see it.
Okay.
No, I don't want to see it now, though. I want to see it when you're on stage.
Mario said, "Oh goodness."
Oh no, here we go.
I'll save it for the stage.
Yeah, I gotta say,
Yeah.
I've seen you quite a few times. I mean, I usually listen though to you. Unless I've written something, then I'll wait for you to notice it.
Is there a
Mhm.
particular song that you do when you do
Yeah,
that?
what song is the tongue one?
No, that's not really any particular
Okay.
one. Sometimes I'll do it most often, I guess, with the song that I wrote. But no, it's just ooh and ah. It just depends on the audience. It depends on what the audience is. When it looks like they're in that vibe, I'll take it to that level. So
Take it to that level. He does Michael Jackson, Prince. Those are my favorite ones. Who else do you do?
I do Marvin Gaye.
Oh yeah, you do Marvin Gaye. You do a lot of songs, but you always dedicate when you do a Prince one. That's why I'm always like,
Yeah.
because he knows. I'm just glad that you came by. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I didn't want you to think that I was just putting
I
you
never
off and
thought
putting
that.
you off.
I never thought that. Not even
And
once. Not even
yeah,
once.
because I see the snippets of what you all have done and all of that, and it's like, man, this is just good vibes, just cool. I want to hang out with them. And when can I hang out with them? You know.
You know what though?
So,
It's interesting because this is why I created the private lounge. I think you saw a couple of those snippets. We did our first private lounge last week.
that's
So
cool.
what I've decided is it's been really hard to get people on a Thursday night all the time to come on the show as a guest. Like Charlie's you and Charlie are the two people that I want the most on the show, which is really weird, but you're the hardest to get on the show because of your schedules. You know what I mean? And I respect that 100%. So I created the private lounge so that I can schedule it around people's time and there's no chat. It's just a conversation between me and whoever. And then that'll be the podcast. So I have one of those tomorrow.
All right.
And yeah, but that's why I created that as well. So you don't always have to come on a Thursday night, though. You're welcome all the time. And I'll just say this as well. If I send people a link, like I sent you a link all the time, it's not for pressure. It's so that you could do what you did tonight, which was like, you know what? I got a minute. I'll stop by.
I thought it was pressure. I felt pressure.
You felt pressure.
I felt that, yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, and when I saw it come through, I went and grabbed my little hand thingies and was sitting there doing like this.
You're totally
I had
messing with me.
I had
He
to take. I
totally
don't know
is.
what kind of medication you take for anxiety and stuff, but
Did you have to hug?
did
Did you have to hug Elmo? Did you hug Elmo?
Oh my God. Okay, Chris, see, you know what's going to happen. I'm going to end up calling you or texting you and be like, were you serious? Because I would never pressure anyone to be on the show.
That's
I
funny.
wouldn't
No.
do that. I want people to be here because they want to be here and because they add joy and happiness.
I felt honored to be asked. I really did. I felt very
Okay.
honored to be asked.
Well, thank you for stopping by. I am going to shut us down though, because it's an hour and I
Oh.
think Ted's going on tonight.
He definitely is.
I don't know if he is, but he was
Oh.
going to come on the show if he could make it tonight. But also, I just like keeping it to an hour because you know what? Then it makes people wanting more. You know what I mean? We savor the joy and the happiness, and then people will come back for more next time. Chris is looking at me like, you crazy woman.
Hey, as long as they're piling in, let's keep them piling in. You know, hey.
Keep who piling in?
Well, I can't see the
Oh
thing,
yeah, we have a lot of people,
but
but I think it's people come every week, but I think it's because they enjoy, you know, we have the topic, we have the fun, and then
Yeah.
I shut it down. Also because I edit it for the podcast. So the
Right.
longer it is, the harder it is for me to do. But someday when I have a lot of money, I will hire an editor and we can talk for 3 to 4 hours.
we can have after show chat.
We can have an after show chat for sure.
You know,
Neil, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you, Ash. Mario, Alma, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Go ahead, sing it, baby, because I can't.
No, that's Chris. Chris got to
nope,
do
nope, you got it. You got it, Rick. It's all yours. This is your show, man. I'm just visiting.
that.
You can sing to Alma. We love
I'll go
Alma. So
doo-wop, doo-wop.
I can't sing. The Lord did not bless me with that gift.
I don't even know this thing in tune, and I'm not even going to tune it.
You gonna sing? You gonna sing happy birthday to Alma?
Just not with your tongue.
Happy birthday
Hey.
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Alma.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. You want the Beale Street second verse?
Yes, please. Yes.
Hope you get some tonight.
I can't.
Hope you get some tonight.
She's probably all red now.
Hope you get some cake and ice cream tonight. What did you think I was talking about?
Uh-huh.
Ice cream.
To
Oh, Lord.
tonight.
Woo! That was so good. Oh my God, that was awesome.
Oh,
So Mario Dawson is
I can't.
the
Her
husband.
husband. Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream. We're talking about
I
ice
go
cream.
get some
Cake
ice
and-
cream
Cake and
tonight.
ice cream.
Ice cream.
But I did not say how it had to be eaten.
Oh,
See, you just can't let it go.
Okay. We gonna bring that down. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that because that was
Rated CG.
Uh-oh. Did she just freeze? I think she just froze. Oh, no. She
Frank
don't even
freeze.
not
know.
what I was expecting with Chris.
Oh,
And
no.
so I know. It's okay. This is kind of what happens with this place. Hey everyone, thank you
got
for
the
stopping by.
perfect
I
title for a
appreciate you
clip.
all. Let me stop. Wait. What'd you say, Rick? What'd you
I
say?
said I got the perfect title for a clip. Did you see what Chris Gales did with his tongue?
I know. Well,
Everybody was
we're gonna do the clip. We're gonna do the clip. Thank you everyone for stopping by. I appreciate you all. Remember, it's all about the joy. We'll see you guys next week. And thank you. Bye, everyone.